Well, I know like many of you, it feels like forever since we've seen seasonal temperatures where we live. And fortunately though, today is one of those days. It is going to be in the mid-20s, which is seasonal here in Minnesota, so that's good. And it is the perfect time then to go out and explore a little bit. It's been a little bit since I've done that. I'm going to go ahead and head a little bit north out of town and go check out a park that is also sort of a wildlife refuge area, and it's located, I don't know, about 10 miles southwest of North Branch. It'll take about 35 minutes or so to get there from the Twin Cities, but it looks good on the pictures online. I haven't been there yet, so I'm excited to go check it out. Should be fun. Stick around, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. Well, hey, I am at the Irving and John Anderson County Park, which is in Isani County. And I'm not sure who these guys were. There's a sign over here. I'm going to go check it out and get a little bit of their history. But this is a county park that's pretty popular for horseback riding, hiking, and cross-country skiing in the winter. It's pretty blustery and cold here right now, so I'm the only one here. But I'm going to go ahead and take a walk. There's quite a few walking paths here, and I'm kind of excited to check those out. There's a nice little boardwalk we can walk on. And yeah, it is located in between Horseleg and Horseshoe Lake. Again, just a few miles southwest of North Branch. And hopefully this is good audio. It's a little blustery right now, but yeah, this should be a nice little walk, even though it's only 27 degrees out. This little kiosk next to the pavilion gives a quick breakdown of how this park got its name. In 1880, Carl Anderson immigrated from Sweden to the Moose Lake area of Minnesota and made a living harvesting white pine for lumber. Later in the 1890s, Carl moved his family, including their son Johan, to this area of Isani County that was quickly growing with other Swedish immigrants. It's here in Oxford Township, near Horseleg and Horseshoe Lakes, where they built the family farm. The farm was passed down to Johan and later to his only child, Irving. During the Depression era and years after, the family grew peas and potatoes, as well as a wide variety of flowers and other vegetables. An interesting side note, Johan, who was also known in the area as Eric, was reputed to be the first resident in the area to own an automobile, a 1915 Buick. In 2007, the Anderson farmstead became part of the Isani County Park System, and now we all get to enjoy it. Well, that's really a quick history of how the park came to be, but if you want to learn more, there are a few links in the description below you can go check out. All right, well, I'm about ready to hike out onto the boardwalk area of this park. But I just got to say, even though it's not the sub-zeros that we had a few days ago, this wind is pretty chilly. With the warmer temps comes a lot more breeze, and I'm feeling it. This wind is pretty cold today, but still nice to be out. Okay, I gotta say, it's pretty out here, and it's very nice. I would imagine in the summer and in the spring, and even in the fall, when the migratory birds are coming through, this is great. Right now, it's pretty sparse and pretty quiet, so if you're looking for a nice, peaceful place to walk in the winter, this ain't a bad place to go. All right, now this is an awesome overlook for bird watching, that's for sure. A little placard here, kind of explaining how wetlands work. Very cool. And a nice vantage point up there. Let's go check it out. All right. That is an incredible view, and this is Horse Leg Lake, I believe, or is this Horseshoe Lake? This might be Horse Leg. See the trail down here, continues on. Okay, well this vantage point for bird watching is pretty cool. I don't know if you can see the truck. It's where is it? It's behind me somewhere over here. So it's not that far from the parking lot. And an easy walk, well maintained. It's wood, nice placards, so it's nice and safe. Yeah, it is really nice out here. Super impressed with this county park. Again, it is the Irving and John Anderson Park in Isanti County. So one thing that's kind of cool about this boardwalk is how it's lined with all the dogwood. It's pretty sparse now, but those red branches sure make it a nice color pop in this otherwise kind of drab, high contrast environment right now. I would imagine in the summer when they're all green and white and just lining this whole area, it's just beautiful. But right now, pretty quiet. No birds singing or anything like that. But just a very nice winter place, that's for sure. All right, so one thing about this park is it's not very big. It's just over 4 acres, and it is basically your typical Minnesota wetlands and hardwood forest areas. Areas that could very well fall under development if weren't protected by the county here. And I'm really glad they did. It protects about 2 miles of shoreline along Horse Leg and Horseshoe Lakes here. And it's just a wonderful place to come out. I'm really enjoying this. Again, this is my first time here. But I can imagine this place is very busy with people who are hiking with their dogs or cross-country skiing or snowshoeing or whatever. Just a really neat place. And I'm gonna have to come back out here in the summer, that's for sure. But it's nice to see this area protected, and unfortunately, a lot of this area just north of the cities does fall under home development. And it's good to see that this area is not gonna have that happen to it. You can see the birds and the bugs have been very busy on this tree stump. So just off this scenic little overlook here, there's a placard, and it talks about the glaciers that were here 12,000 years ago, and kind of explains how the lakes in this area developed. It was 12,000 years ago, the glaciers were here, and they were like 1,500 feet high at one point. And as they retreated and melted, the ground collapsed, causing these kettles, and these kettles filled with water, and that's the lakes that we have here. Another thing that the glacier retreat did is it caused the soil here to become very sandy, and that is very typical of this area here in the Sandy Prairie area in Sandy County. So a little bit of geology history here that you can get when you come to the park. What a beautiful place. I'm enjoying it, and the weather's warming up. I'm so glad I came out. All right, well, this dead tree is pretty cool. Step back a little bit, take a look at it. It looks like a wooden maiden. Put somebody in there. No, it's probably a nice happy place for the birds to get some bugs. So Anderson Park has two sections. The bigger section being on the east side of County Road 18 or Furlong Road. And there's a smaller section just on the west side. I'm just gonna walk the eastern side today. It looks like the western side does go around a small lake and is probably more grassland, which is good. But yeah, I'm just enjoying this eastern side around Horseshoe Lake and Horse Leg Lake. What a beautiful spot. Very nice. Well, there you have it. That's a walk around the Irving and John Anderson Park in Sandy County. Probably walked about 2 miles today, and I'd never been out here before, so it's really nice. It was a nice surprise. And the weather's starting to warm up too. I think it's in the upper 20s now. The wind's picking up a little bit, but that's not too bad. Hopefully it's not messing up the microphone. And the blue skies are trying to come out too, so I'm loving that as well. If you guys like this kind of content, let me know. I love hitting the parks and doing those kind of things. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, that'd be wonderful too. So until the next one, you guys go get lost on some beautiful back roads, and I'll see you later.